my project involving a coin acceptor. Here in the pin module, we have RA0 and RA1 as the outputs. RA0 is the LED for the 1 peso coin, and RA1 is the LED is the output for the LED for the 5 peso coin. So we only have the output boxes checked and nothing else. And for RA7, we have timer 0, which will be discussed later. And we only have weak pull up check. Also, this is RA7 will be the input for the digital signal of the coin acceptor. Here in interrupt module, we did not change anything. In system module, it is set to 1 megahertz, which is the same as all the other experiments. But here in timer 0, we chose this and then timer interrupts, since we will be relying on interrupts to count the pulses from the coin acceptor. So here in main.c, first we enabled global and peripheral interrupts, and then I added code to check the two LEDs if they are properly working. Here in this line, we created a new unsigned 8-bit integer called count, and this is what we will use to distinguish between the different types of coins, since each type would create different amounts of pulses, and that is what we will be counting here in this variable. Here in the first line, we created a delay so that there is a delay between each input. Here we set timer 0 underscore read timer as count. So the count variable would count the pulses, and if the pulse is equal to 1, that would be the first coin type in the coin acceptor. It would set LED 1 to high. This means that this is the code for the 1 peso coin. So since the 1 peso coin is the first type that we put, and we specified that it should create only one pulse, it is looking for the time when or the code will run only when the count has a value of 1, or if only one pulse has or if the coin acceptor only created one pulse. So here in the second code, or in the second part, or in the else if statement, this is the code for the 5 peso coin, and we specified that the 5 peso coin would create 2 pulses. So if the PIC 16 receives 2 pulses, it would mean that the 5 peso coin is inserted, and it would turn on the second LED for 6 seconds, and then turn it off again. Then here we reset the values for timer 0 and count, so that it can run again in the next iteration. So this is my project for DigiElex2 Lec that uses a coin acceptor. So it says that the LED at RB0 should light up for 3 seconds when a 1 peso coin is inserted, and the LED at RB1 should light up when a 5 peso coin is inserted for 6 seconds. So here we have the power supply, the 12 volt power supply, and to power the peak 16 we use a 5 volt supply using a USB power bank. So as previously mentioned, two LEDs are connected to RB0 and RB1, and then for the input of the coin acceptor, it is connected to RA7. It is connected to RA7, and a pull-up resistor is connected in series with that connects it to 5 volts. So the 12 volt 12 volt wire of the coin acceptor is connected to the 12 volt supply, and the ground is connected to the ground rail of the breadboard, and the coin pin is connected to RA7 in the peak 16. So if we plug the USB cable in and power it on, the two LEDs should turn on, indicating that it works. So if we connect the 5 volt supply, the two LEDs should light up, since I added that code to make sure that the circuit functions correctly. So if we insert a 1 peso coin, the first LED should light up for 3 seconds and then turn off. If we insert a 5 peso coin, the second LED should light up for 6 seconds. This is a 1 peso coin. We're just testing the circuit again. And then for the 5 peso coin,